up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big John and G, the Two Gun Fix-It presents Legendary Gaming. Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. Welcome back, everyone. I'm so glad to see you. Well, at least you see me. One-way medium, right? But you get it. You understand. I know you do. So thank you for joining me. And this is another one of our regular Tabletop Takeout Tuesdays where I'm giving you some bullet points as to why I like or love a particular title. Now, today is a title that has to do with a superhero game. And at one point, just a few years ago, as much as maybe a measly 5 years ago, we barely had any on the shelf or in the stores. And now, all over the place. So why don't you join me down at the table, my friends, and I will tell you why I love Sentinels of Earth Prime. Alright, so yes, I honestly believe that Sentinels of Earth Prime is a beautiful mix of two really fun titles and games. So the first one is, arguably, in my opinion, of 40 plus years of RPGing, one of the greatest comic book role-playing games I've ever had the pleasure of playing. Now, Mutants and Masterminds, my personal favorite is the second edition version of it, is the game that I'm talking about. And to take this great, fantastic comic book RPG and to blend it with, and again, I'm going to use the same word here, arguably the best superhero card game out there. I know there's going to be comments. That's why I said arguably. When you combine the two, the card game, this great, even if you don't think it's the best, this great card game and this great RPG into one. And that is the reason why I backed this immediately upon hearing about it, before even reading anything, just knowing it was going to be out. And this is a long wait, 2017 until 2022 when it came out, finally in backers' hands. And this wait was well worth it. I've got to say that the card game version here, this Sentinels of Earth Prime, does an amazingly fantastic job of bringing to life the heroes, the villains, and the environments of the Freedom City setting for Mutants and Masterminds. It brings a breath of life that goes beyond, maybe not beyond, but differently than in the RPG game. And being nothing really more than just fast-paced combat, it gets right down to the meat of heroes versus villains. The rules in this game, if you know Sentinels of the Multiverse, second edition, the enhanced edition, if you know the rules to that, you know the rules to this game. And they aren't heavily influenced rules at all. They're not fidgety in any way. They're very straightforward, and they continue that with this game, with Earth Prime. It's still very simple rules to learn, very fast rules to teach someone. It's a very simple system of back and forth, starting with the villain, to the heroes, to the environment, back to the villain again. And keeping that the same has also allowed this game to be 100% compatible with the enhanced edition, which is dead. That's a harsh way of saying it, of putting it, but there's no more content by Greater Than Games ever planned to be put out for the enhanced edition of the multiverse, of Sentinels of the Multiverse. That's it. They're done with it. Everything now moving forward is the definitive edition. And if it's not out already, it should be. If it's not out already, then it will be soon. They do have a PDF conversion between Definitive Edition of Sentinels of the Multiverse and the Enhanced Edition, which means that you can mix and match this. If you have the PDF and you know what you're doing, you can match this with the Definitive Edition. But it is specifically made to mix and match with Enhanced. It is literally the only material for Enhanced Edition of Sentinels of the Multiverse that is currently new on the market. And I don't know if they're planning on expansions. I really hope they are, because this game has just blown me away even more than the Enhanced Edition did. Even though I understand that might have to do with my love of Freedom City. It's already been established since like 2001, I think, with me. So it has history. But regardless of the reason why, I enjoy this so much more than any other version of Sentinels that I have or have played so far. So I'm really looking forward to more expansions with this. But it does at least work with Enhanced. So right now, it is the only extra bonus material for Enhanced Edition since Enhanced Edition shut down. So that's another reason why I love it, because I do love the Enhanced Edition. Overall, this game, I love this. This has surpassed my love of general, specific, base, core Enhanced Edition, and I am enjoying it so much more than Definitive Edition. So yeah, it really is my favorite, and I really want everyone to check this out. But if you're a fan, or you were at one point a fan of Mutants and Masterminds, then that's even more reason to check this game out. It's gonna bring it to life. So please, don't just go on what I say. Don't just go on what one other person says. Get as much information as you can. Inform yourself, and then make up your own damn mind. But I think that if you like anything I've said so far, you're going to enjoy Sentinels of Earth Prime.